I wasn't supposed to tell anyone this. I wasn't even supposed to understand what happened to me. But after that night, after what I saw, what I heard, I know the truth. Aliens don't come from space. They come from somewhere else. I've always been fascinated by the idea of extraterrestrials. Like most people, I imagine them arriving in ships, traveling light years across the galaxy to visit Earth. The movies, the conspiracy theories, the UFO sightings, it all pointed to something out there. So when I heard about a place in rural China near the Sichuan-Tibet highway where people claimed to have seen things, I had to check it out. I was at a hostel in Chengdu when someone mentioned it. An older traveler, half drunk on baijiu, rambling about how he once spent a night in the mountains and saw something step through the air like a doorway. "What do you mean, a doorway?" I asked. He gave me this weird look, like he was deciding if he should even answer. Then he said, "They don't come from the sky. They step through, like tuning into a radio frequency." I didn't believe him, but I was curious. So the next weekend, me and 3 friends drove up there, hiking into the Minya Konka mountain range just before sunset. The air felt strange, not cold, not warm, but like it had a weight to it. We sat on a rocky ledge, overlooking the misty valley below, watching the sky, waiting. Nothing happened, no lights, no figures, no doorways opening in the air. Eventually we laughed it off, packed our things, and started hiking back down. And then, as we were leaving, I felt it. A thought, but not mine. Come back, but not like this. I stopped walking, my heart hammered in my chest. I turned to my friend. "Did you say something?" She shook her head. I tried to laugh it off, but deep down, something in me knew. A week later, I went back. This time, I brought just one friend, and we weren't sober. We had mushrooms. I don't know what made me do it. Something just told me that I needed to be in a different state of mind. That whatever was there, whatever had spoken to me before, wouldn't reveal itself unless my brain was tuned to the right frequency. So, as the sun dipped behind the mountains, we sat in the same spot and waited. At first, it was just the usual psychedelic weirdness. Colors felt louder, the wind seemed to hum, the stars breathed, and then the air rippled, like heat waves on pavement. And something stepped through. It wasn't a ship. It wasn't little gray men. It was a shape, a shimmering, flickering outline, like a person made of static. It wasn't walking. It was phasing in and out, like it was struggling to stay in our world. Then came the voice, but not in my ears, in my head. "You are close." I wanted to scream, wanted to run, but I couldn't move. It wasn't fear. It was like my entire body was listening. The shape flickered again, pulsing between here and somewhere else. "Your world is one of many." My friend gasped beside me. I turned to her, but she was just staring. Her pupils were massive, her lips slightly parted like she was hearing it too. I turned back. The figure was closer. My vision blurred, like my eyes couldn't fully process it. My mind was trying to make sense of something that didn't belong in this reality. "You think we travel through space, but space is too slow, too empty. We move through layers, layers, like dimensions, like flipping through radio frequencies." I suddenly understood. They weren't visitors from another planet. They were always here, somewhere just beyond our perception, a half step outside what we consider real. And for the first time I felt watched, not by them, by something bigger, something that noticed me noticing them. The figure flickered violently. The voice grew distant. "You are not ready." And just like that, it was gone. I don't remember leaving the mountain. My friend and I walked in silence the whole way back. It wasn't until we reached our hotel in Chengdu that we even looked at each other properly. Finally, she whispered, "You heard it too, right?" I nodded. Neither of us ever went back, but sometimes late at night I feel it. That same weight in the air, that same ripple, and I wonder if they left, or if they're still watching.